Hello, my friends. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're embracing life as it comes to you, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, and especially the challenges, as these are the things that make us into who we are, that build strength of character, that help us to climb to a new level of achievement and awareness, and really just to keep growing and to keep kicking ass. That's my wish for you. That is my intention for myself. Anyway, let's get on with it. Today I want to talk about seeing things holistically and interconnected, and tapping into the creative side of our brains, the right side of our brains. There's a concept that, well, it's not a concept, it's been fairly well proven, that, the right side of our brain is more intuitive and feminine and creative, and is more, sees the connections in things, is more in tune with emotions. And the left side of the brain is more analytical, rational, logical, masculine, and so forth. And it's really interesting. In our society, in our culture, we are very left brain dominant. We are very much about achievement and goals and logic and rationalism and breaking things down into their individual pieces, figuring out how things work. It's kind of the Western rational mind and how that's expressed itself through our society. And so, take healthcare, for example. Take health. In our society, we have specialists. We have a doctor for your teeth. We have a doctor for your bones. We have a doctor for your spine. We have a doctor for your feet. We have a doctor for your liver, a doctor for your colon. We have all these specialists who specialize in this one particular area of the body, which is cool. And I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of benefit from visiting a specialist who has a very specific and intimate knowledge about one specific part of the body that may be causing you an issue. But on the whole, I think this is quite silly. This is quite strange that we do this, because health and disease, it's never isolated. You may have liver cancer or pancreatic cancer, but that doesn't mean that somehow your pancreas has gone rogue and is destroying the rest of your body. No, you have a whole ecosystem, a whole environment that's so complex and interconnected and interrelated, that's leading to whatever it is that the specialist is looking at. That to look at it and focus in on just the symptom, what's presenting itself, you're missing the point. And I don't think that long-term healing and a full recovery is possible without taking the holistic view, without removing barriers and opening up our perceptions to new ideas, and to see how things interconnect, to see how things are related, to see how what you eat is related, to see how the water that you drink is related, to see how your stress level, your emotions, the thoughts that you hold in your mind, the beliefs that you hold in your mind, the radiation that you're exposed to, the Wi-Fi in your house, the appliances, all of this stuff affects us. We are biochemical, magnetic beings in these bodies. We are not just biochemical, which is what our Western sort of view has focused in on. It's the biochemical aspect, the structural aspect, but we're so much more than that. And we live in a quantum universe where Newtonian laws of physics go out the window when you get down to the smallest level. And so how does this impact the way we see things? How does this impact the way we think of things? And how should it inform the way that we address issues of health, whether that be personal health or societal health? it goes to every level. It affects every level. Everything is so intimately connected that it's really insane. It's really quite amazing. We have the illusion of separateness because we're identified with our left brain. We're identified with our ego, our I am. It's that whole, I think, therefore I am. Very much a separating ideology to subscribe to. I much prefer the I exist, therefore I am. I am here, therefore I am. I'm experiencing life, and I'm connected to it if I choose to realize that. I watched an amazing video, and I'll put the link below this. An amazing TED Talk of a neuroscientist who had a stroke. And so literally the left side of her brain was shutting down. And she described the experience with such beauty. I won't do it justice. You have to watch it. But as she was doing this, I couldn't help think that the way she was describing this is the way a lot of people have described their experiences with entheogens, psychedelic substances, things that alter your consciousness and allow you to experience a new way of interacting and being in the world. And it was amazing. And it seems to me that the benefit and the transformative power that her experience held is the same transformative power that these experiences with these entheogens, things like mushrooms, psilocybin, it's the same power, it's the same potential. And that's available to all of us. It's completely natural. I mean, it's crazy to think about. And I know we live in a society where it's illegal at this point, and you can be thrown in jail for being a drug dealer, drugs, this whole term of drugs. I'm going to do a video pretty soon about how it's so crazy the way we think about drugs. But anyway, I think these experiences are incredibly valuable for helping us to gain that holistic perspective, to really experience it and to really see it and feel it and live it. And I think that if more people were to have these experiences, you don't have to have a stroke to have these experiences. There's many ways to trigger these altered states of consciousness. Indigenous people in the past, all over the world, different tribes, different primitive sort of people, they've known this. And I really think that if our society is going to find some balance, find some sustainability, find some increased well-being and prosperity for all people, not this shrinking of the middle class and the, more and more people living in poverty and a few people holding immense wealth. No, none of that. That's got to change. We can't have any more of that. But people being empowered to realize that everything is connected, that what you do matters, that what you do matters, and you matter, and your life makes a difference, and all of our lives make a difference. And it's hard to see sometimes, It's really hard to see because you look around and you see all these crazy issues and this insanity going on, and you think, what's one person going to do? But what's one person not going to do? People have done a lot of amazing things through history. Some recognized and some not recognized. But I know for myself, I want to be one of those people that can look back and say, yeah, I did my best. I put out a good message. I did good work. I made a difference in whatever way possible. That I made a difference. I really think fulfillment and feeling like making a difference is something that a lot of people are missing. We're looking for happiness from external sources, from material things, from money, from relationships. And I think having a positive mental attitude and knowing that what you do matters and having a sense of pride in that and a sense of accomplishment, that's what it's really about. Yeah. So a little bit of a rant here, trying to connect different ideas, thinking holistically, connecting the bigger picture. And I hope that that this has been helpful for you. That maybe you can start to see how the food that you eat and the soil that that food is grown in and the way that the people treated that soil and the way that that food got to you and how fresh it was and the way that you prepared it and the way that you ate it. All of these things matter and they're all connected. And bringing more and more awareness and more consciousness to every aspect of our lives, I think, is going to bring us in a good direction. So, connect the left and right brain. Don't be stuck in one way of thinking. Shake it up a little. Do something new. Introduce new ideas. Read books that change your perceptions. And that way you can gain a better understanding of yourself and of the world around you. Thank you. Peace, my friends.